Welcome to Handcrafted by GR Broussard. I'm Greg Broussard. Today we're going to field test the new pulley for the Granberg Alaskan chainsaw mill. The reason why the air quotes is my next door neighbor gave me these trees and I'm next door. So it's a field test, but I'm not in the middle of nowhere. So kind of sort of a field test. Noise you hear in the background, there's somebody working on a construction project and they have a generator running, so nothing I can do about that. So let's test this. This is the log we're going to cut today, and with the chainsaw mill that I have now, I can cut 18 inches. And I've already scored this out the other day when I was over here doing this, and that's about 18 inches right there on my cut. I've got the line, my chalk line. Problem is I've snapped the line, I've cleaned the bark, still can't see it. I've done this a billion times. The only way that I can think about doing that is I'm gonna mark it with a piece of chalk, so I have a guide so I can actually see something when I cut with my chainsaw. I'll just use the chalk line as my guide to do the chalk, and then when I do a chainsaw, I can follow the chalk line, and I'll cut right on the inside of this chalk line. It's kind of sketchy. I mean, I've got to stay within the realms of what my chainsaw can cut. So I'm going to mark this first. We'll cut this log at 9 feet, and hopefully we'll cut our first slab out of this. I need to remove the chainsaw from the mill so I can use it, the normal chainsaw, and then we will cut the log up, cut it in half, cut the sides of it off, and we should be able to remount the chainsaw onto the mill and start cutting our slabs. So I'm going to remove this and start cutting. This is where we're going to be cutting the log, and there's a kind of a space underneath here. So I think what's going to happen is this log is going to go like this, and it's going to pinch my chainsaw. So I've got some wedges ready to start inserting these in just in case it wants to pinch it. I can get my chainsaw back. So only thing to do is do it and see what happens. Hopefully it'll work out just perfect. This is not the clothes to wear when you're cutting logs, just saying. Seeing how that I am so awesome, I hit the metal wedges with the chain and I ran the chain into the dirt. This thing just won't cut anymore. It's just not as sharp. Went and got another chain. I also ordered an electric chainsaw sharpener that I can hook to my vehicle, that I can sharpen my chain whenever I want. So I'm going to switch chains and we're going to keep cutting. So hopefully we won't do that again. You can see the ridges on those blades, on the cutters, how messed up they got and how hot they got. This is the first time I use this chain. So I got one use out of it, then I screwed it up. But now I can swap change and sharpener when my electric sharpener comes in, my portable electric sharpener. So I'm gonna go ahead and take care of this. Now it's cutting like it's supposed to. Took me a minute to get started. I didn't turn the camera on at first. I've already got it almost all the way through cut, and I'm gonna see if I can finish it off, if I can get the thing started. It's being particular right now, I don't know why. With the two sides cut off, we're within the 18-inch tolerance that the Alaskan chainsaw mill will go into. And obviously I didn't strike my line straight, or you know, I know this is a little end, but so anyway, now we have to attach the mill and put the tracks on top, and we can cut the top piece off. Again, I apologize about that background noise. Somebody's doing construction with the generator back there. So what I've done is I've learned the easiest way to do this, set this up, is you get everything set up first, to get your depth set, everything set, and I will just slide the unit across to make sure that doesn't get hung up on anything, and then I have enough room in the width of the cut that I want. Super important. This is a problem. So this little ball came off, and I can't get it back on. So this thing, only second time I've used this system, and this is, tell you what, it's a pain. How it miracled itself off, I don't know. So I have to stop and try to get it on. This is the one I just cut. I have to cut that one, and I've got to cut these two big giant ones. And that will do all the wood from this location. It's going to be awesome. I see a high boy in the future. Well, I think this was super successful, except for the awesome soundtrack we have of the generator running in the background and destroying a brand new chain within the first 30 seconds of using it. I think it was pretty successful. We got a nice little burl. We can put this on the lathe and turn that into something cool. And now I can start cutting slabs with this. So this was really a successful exercise. I do have some reviews for this though. That'll be coming up in another video. Oh man. Jeez. As a friendly and safety reminder, this is not what you wear when you're doing this. This is not what you're supposed to wear.